So that was a whole ride. My ASMR journey. Might not do that again because I constantly think about deleting the video. It was not for me. So anyway, I want to build a new project, a bigger project. If you couldn't already tell, this is a voiceover from what you're currently seeing, as I'm mixing it a little bit up with a podcasty vibe as I did with the story times. I do have a story to share in this one, as well as I'm just want to sit and talk with you guys, because hey, December is crazy, huh? I have to manage a lot of videos at the same time, and boy, I need to also take some breaks meanwhile. And I prep like 5 days or 4 days in a row, but slowly they're starting to catch up. So yeah, that's gonna be an issue. Alright, what's happening on the screen right now is I want to build a big serpent. Like a big serpent staring at the town rising out of the water with some effects underneath. So this is me scaling it in my program pixel-wise so that I know what to build. And yep, that's basically what we're gonna go for. So enjoy that background mystery, because I'm not gonna be finished with this video, I can tell you that much. I have a habit of making big builds that is not meant for 10-minute videos. Like, this is meant for a full-on series of what I'm doing, so I might do a Minecraft series in the future, but it's really hard to measure and scale and like fathom what actually needs to be in these videos, because the whole idea is that it fits within 10 to 15 minutes to fill out an episode. Then I over record, there's a lot that needs to be cut off, and I end up with 6 minutes, and I'm just sitting there like, but that was not planned. And when you're out of footage, what to do? Then post the 6 minutes. I underestimated how hard it would be to post every day. It wasn't, oh well, it isn't really an issue like that, but it's tough. It's really tough, and never underestimate it, because by God. Oh man, there is a lot that needs to be cut off, that needs to be edited, and this is a raw file that I'm just recording and yapping in, so enjoy that part. I do, however, have a Christmas story to share, and we might as well, like, get a little read into it. I haven't read it myself, so I'm sorry if I stumble across some words. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe I should have prepared this a little bit better, huh? Alright, here we go. It was Christmas when I was about 9 years old. I hope it was. We were having Christmas at my grandparents that year. Now, my brother and I were both very much into video games even back then, and we had both wished for the new hit Pokemon game, Pokemon Red Rescue Team. Okay, pause. I envy anyone who got Pokemon games, because I did not have a Game Boy or at that time a Nintendo DS or anything that could play Pokemon, so I never got to experience that part of the Pokemon era, so I envy that a lot. Now, continuing. Now, as luck would have it, both of us received a copy of the game. We did not have to share. Hooray! And it was clear from our faces how eager we were to play. However, our grandmother was a stern woman. She wasn't a fan of us running off to play some video game. It was a family Christmas time after all. So she made us promise that we would wait till tomorrow. Otherwise, she would confiscate our games until we had to go home. Of course, as gremlins who did not want to lose their games, and good little children, we promised her we would not play the game. Fast forward about 30 minutes. Oh my god, I hope it's going where I think it's going. Fast forward about 30 minutes. All gifts have been unwrapped, and the adults were talking and laughing. My brother and I could surely have joined in, but we really wanted to play our new game. However, if we started playing in front of grandmother, she would take our game away. And so we came up with a plan. See, the Christmas tree and the party was being held in the garden living room, which was right next to the regular living room, with glass panes between the two rooms. So my brother, a terrace, I think it's called. So my brother and I snuck into the living room. However, if we began playing here, then grandmother could just look through the glass to see us play. So what did we do? Did we go hide in the kitchen, the bedroom? No. Between the genius of my brother and I, we swung the armchairs around 180 degrees. Surely grandmother would have no idea what we were doing if the armchairs had their backs turned to the glass. It is surprising when a singular brain cell idea actually end up working. I don't remember us getting caught. I just remember the two of us huddled in each of our chair playing our game. That's amazing. I genuinely thought that you were like, oh yeah, this is gonna work. Let's turn our back to the glass so grandmother can look through the glass panes and see us play those, like see the display of the video game bright and shining up on. Oh man. This is an amazing story, by the way. I love the whole, yeah, we're gonna sneak off. They'll never know. In a way, I bet she knew. But since you had been so good all this time, she would just look through fingers of it. And at the same time, I'm like, could be really funny if she had no idea. Oh man, I love how, like, small gremlins children can be sometimes. We all have those type of Christmas stories where we just know, yeah, we've been a handful. There is a story I've experienced. In Denmark, we have this game where we shake some dice and then we take a package from each other. I don't know if it's called something different in English. In Danish, it's pakkelej, which is gift game. But pretty much, we shake the dice, and if you hit a 1 or a 6, you may take a present from the table. Once all presents have been disputed, you start the game for real on a secret timer. And then you start stealing from each other. And once you've stolen from each other, and if you end up having a package or no packages, and the timer rings, you'll end up with that package and you may open it. Obviously, being a spoiled child as I was back then, you can imagine I would be pretty upset when someone took my package. So there is a video. You know VHS tapes. The very old square boxes that became DVD and then later to streaming services. A VHS tape. By God, that is hard to say. And there is one of those tapes where I see one of my grandparents very gently wanting to take one of my packages, and I just bawl my eyes out. God, I was spoiled. Oh, man. And now I'm grateful for every single gift I get. I do not care what kind of gift I'm getting. You can give me anything, and I'll be happy for it. My God. Why was I so spoiled when I was little? I am the youngest in my entire family until my sister had kids. So I guess it just came with the title of being the youngest that everything was surrounded around me. Which, nope, it's not healthy. It took time to get used to when my sister had kids as well. So there's that. But yeah, there is a tape out there with me just bawling my eyes out for being a little spoiled one. And now we obviously have to practice what we preach and tell my sister's kids this is how we play the game. And if they start crying, we have to be like, well, we've been there, trust me. We know what you're going through. It's not fun, but that is the game. And usually at the end, if an adult has a package, the kids get the packages anyway. Because the adults were the ones who bought the gifts. Like, they know what's in it. They know it's cheap presents. There is nothing new to it. We would go to the cheapest store we could to find these gifts. So there's really nothing to brag about if you get one of those gifts. But it's fun, you know, it's fun in games. It's also very fun to play with friends, especially when you know what they're getting. Yeah, there's that. Great stories. Great stories. Great story. Thank you for sharing. About the grandmother, that is. Not patting myself on the shoulder being like, oh yeah, that was a great story, me. Wonderful, splendid. uh, Also, the more I like get into this build that I'm doing on screen, the more I started to realize this is a big one. It's gonna take so long, and that's what I mean when I say that I have a hard time figuring out like the time I spent on these builds, because I want to do speed builds, I want to do all these things, but they take up so much time, and I have to produce multiple small videos separated into multiple days, and I'm trying to get this hook and this entire start to finish, so there is a reward in a way at the end of the episode, so it's not just like a cliffhanger and oh, here comes another of the same build I just watched, you know. So I'm trying to balance it out, and it's really tough. And starting YouTube, you really start to realize how much energy goes into editing, and sometimes I admit I do lazy stuff, like doing these story times. It can sometimes feel like I'm doing lazy bits because it's just me talking, like podcast wise, reading or whatever I feel like doing, and then just post it being like, yep, that's it. But I also feel like I have that freedom when it comes to these 24 episodes, because I did say that they were going to be different. When it comes to my Hollow Knight, however, a lot more energy goes into them. It usually starts like I record Monday and start the editing Monday, and edit, like finish and polish Tuesday and post it, planning it for Tuesday evening. And then Wednesday I'm like off, and then it rinse and repeat for Thursday, Friday. And then comes the weekend, where I also honestly do a lot of prepping. Because as much as I do have a schedule, I am horrible at keeping the schedule, but it's a good practice. So usually I still record in the weekends, even though I really want to try to have those off so I can spend the time with my boyfriend and my friends. But yeah, you really start to realize how much effort goes into YouTube content creation. And I'm not even monetized. Like, I just do this because I can, and it's a good way to expose myself to good work and what I really, really enjoy, which is creating. Absolutely love it, but that's a story for another time. I do see that we are running out of minutes. I do hope you enjoyed this lazily recorded podcast with my small building in the background. I will update you on that build, do not worry. It's gonna be insane. Also, when I finish this whole serpent sketch, just before as a rounding off message, I was told by Irene, who is the host of the server, or the admin, that, hey, if you just want creative mode, just just say so. You say I could have done this in creative? What do you mean? So I might finish this in creative and have a little time-lapse filming of it, because that would save me so much time that I don't have to go and get materials. Because I definitely can build it, it's just the gathering materials that's gonna be an endless pain in my butt, so I don't want to do that. I really don't. But I really want to finish this, so that's gonna be for another episode. I am looking forward to it, and thank you so much for supporting this series, and so much for supporting the channel. It means the world to me, you have no idea. I will see you in the future. Have a very, very wonderful December, and have a very wonderful Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.